Perek Chafei Mishnah Ches, and we carry on with this Beis HaTzviyah. And in fact, the first opening lines of this Mishnah Ches is exactly what we were explaining before, which is the view of Rabbi Yossi. Ketzad, in other words, although we said Acharayim Beis HaTzviyah, and the exact description of Beis HaTzviyah we gave in the previous Mishnah, although we said that the Acharayim Beis HaTzviyah for all purposes generally are considered as one surface, and if nitmozeh, however, we said a kula, that for the case of your dying tahiris, i.e., when you got wet tahir hands, and these hands are wet, and they're picking up tumah via the mashkim, they're picking up tumah because they touched the achorei hakli, and we were machalik, and we said, here we can split the kli for this purpose only, for the purpose of being the tamei the yodayim, we split the kli into acharayim and beis hatzviyah, which means, says the Mishnah, if his hands are tired, and we're debating, discussing, do the wet hands become tummy because they've touched the achorei hakli, v'achorei hakos tmeim, and the achorei hakos are tmeim, but you don't touch the achorei hakos. Also, the beis tzviyah also, you actually touch the beis tzviyah. Then here we can breathe a bit, we can relax, and we can say, you know what, for this purpose only, we're going to be machalik between the beis tzviyah and the achorei hakli. What you have to know in this Mishnah, whenever it says the word ein choshesh, it doesn't really mean ein choshesh, we're not worried. It actually means you don't have to worry about this din, because the din isn't like that. That's what it means. Ein choshesh means that you just don't have to worry about it, because the din is actually not so. The din is lekula. Ein choshesh shema nitmu yadav b'achorei hakos. You don't have to worry that not maybe your hands, you don't have to worry that your hands became tummy with the achorei hakos, because they don't. The halacha is that they don't. Because for the purposes of your dying Torah is picking up tumah from the outside of a kli, where only the outside is tomei, we can be mechalik between beis tzviyah and achorei hakli, and if you touch the beis tzviyah, because it wasn't the beis tzviyah that originally became tomei, we say for this purpose is only that your hands, the beis tzviyah, actually stayed tahor. True for all other purposes. For instance, if truma were to touch the beis tzviyah, we're not machalik. And if we say if the achorei hakli became tomei, so did the beis tzviyah. But for dying Torahs, the law has it's relented slightly, and the hands are tahor. Similarly, another case like this, we're actually using ein choshesh to mean the halacha is lekula. It means just like, don't worry about it, it's fine. We actually paskin like basil, one is allowed to use a kos. You've got this type of kos where the inside is tahor and only the outside is tomei. Even people who are makbid to eat chulin b'tara are allowed to use such a kos, because that kos where the outside is tomei is only able to be metame mashkin. Right? Person's drinking a chosh of tmeim, ein choshesh, he doesn't have to start worrying. Shemo nitmo hamashke shebefiv b'achorei hakos. When he puts the kos in his mouth, he puts the outside of the kos inside his lips, on his lips. If there's mashke in his mouth, theoretically that mashke should be tomei, because it is now touching the outside of the kos. If he does do that, if the mashke does become tomei, and then the mashke goes from his mouth back into the inside of the kos, it'll make the whole kos tomei. But Chazal relented here. They say we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry in case it didn't happen. Even if it does actually happen, the halacha is it's fine. Achorei hakos are not metame mashke shebefiv. Einu choshesh, I mean, don't worry about the fact maybe the mashke in your mouth became tomei through the achorei hakos, and if it goes back into the kos, it's been metame the kos, because the achorei hakos are just not metame mashke shebefiv. Similar type of idea. Kumkum, you've got a kettle, shumar siach, it's boiling, bubbling over, and again we're dealing a case here where the kumkum may be a case where only the outside is tomei. Ein choshesh, you don't have to worry. Shema yotzu mashkin mitoichai. Maybe some mashkin bubbled out the top. V'nogu b'achorov touched the outside of the kli and therefore becomes tomei. And then v'chozru l'toichai, maybe they came all back inside and tomei. You don't have to worry at all. when it comes to mashke in your mouth while you're drinking, or mashke which bubbles over the side, that's the way you use this kli. We don't use the rule of a chayr of tmein actually to be metame those mashkin. Baruch Hashem, they were Mishnah Zayin Eches were difficult Mishnahs, and I hope we've got